Hello,
Just before
everybody. This is Who Are Ya? And I've got to say, I am joined by a good pal of mine, big Evertonian,
yes,
celebrity photographer, Simon Peter Woodcock. How are you, Si?
I'm good to seeing you, Kev. Yeah, I tell you what, Kev, you never age, bro. You're always looking good.
Listen, during this lockdown and stuff, I've been on my regime training and looking after myself, doing a lot of these stuff, because this stuff is kind of needed and the world's changing.
Yeah,
So, look,
definitely.
I don't want to get into anything else. I want to speak about you
Right.
and the
Go on.
Blues. So I want to get to the
Yes.
first question, Si. Do
Yep.
you remember your first game you went to at Goodison?
I do. I was a late starter, Kev,
Right.
because my dad's not. He's a Red, but he's not a football fan. He was a boxer, so
Right.
boxing was his sport. So I went. It was 1989.
Oh,
So I think
good,
it was about
good year. That's a good year.
God, yeah. And it was against, what a game to go to. It was the 3-2 victory at Goodson against Man United.
Wow.
When Pat Nevin, that chink over Leighton.
Yes.
It was like, me and my cousin, we went there as young teenage boys, and we came back as men.
As young men.
As young men, we were part of this. That's when Everton really got me.
Yeah.
Was part of this Blue family. That was it. The hearing, the crowd. There's nothing like the Goodson crowd.
It's the experience, isn't it, Si?
Yeah, yeah.
Look. I'm a Londoner. I'm an Arsenal fan. But when I joined Everton, and straight away I felt it. And
yeah,
I've got such an affinity with that football club. I love that football club.
well,
You know
we
it.
all
I know
love
it.
you,
I love
Kev.
it.
Yeah.
And the
You
the
bought
fans.
into Everton.
Yeah.
You knew what Everton was about, and the fans know what you were all about, because that's what, as fans, we want.
Yeah.
We want leadership. We want people to give their
committed,
and that's it. And we don't like this. You're my mate, but you are a legend. You're Super Kev Campbell.
Oh,
you put
mate.
that ball in the red side net.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, well, we're going to get to speak about that, Si, because you know what?
Yeah.
We love talking about that, don't we? So, Si, who was your favourite player back then?
Yeah.
In 89. And further. 89, 90, 91, who was your favourite?
My favourite player was, there's always been an affinity. I've always loved characters, and I've always loved, I've always liked goalkeepers.
Yeah.
So it's Big Nev.
Big Nev, yeah.
I was going to say they did break the mold with Nev, but your friend as well, Budgie,
John Burridge.
They were from the same mother, really.
Same, yeah.
They're the
same vine.
Characters.
Same vine, yeah.
Great guys.
I think Big Nev sometimes gets a bit overlooked. And the reason why the reason why I say I think he gets a bit overlooked, and he shouldn't do, was because most of the great stuff Big Nev done was obviously in the old First Division before Sky came.
Yeah, I totally agree.
There were so many great players back then who don't get the recognition now, obviously from the Evertonians, etc. But some of these youngsters who support other teams, you used to know the good players from all the other teams, because that was what you do. Nowadays it's like the First Division never existed sometimes.
I know that frustrates me sometimes, because, as I say, everyone thinks of the Prem. That okay, it is a global brand.
Lead, yeah, global brand.
So money talks. That's why it's got the marketing behind it. It's got the money to push it all over the world. But the First Division, as you say, the class players who were there, it was
unbelievable, wasn't it?
It was unbelievable. Yeah, and yeah, I just. Do you remember the Germany versus Wales game, where Wales won 1-0?
Yeah.
Rush scored.
Yeah.
Those two worldly saves by Southall.
Yeah.
I mean, But, you know, as I say, you don't really see that, you know, you would never see them being shown.
No, you don't.
You know, because he was...
Listen, no, I know. Listen, I love the nostalgic one, and I love paying homage to a lot of these older players because they paved the way for me. They paved the way for a lot of these players today. Without these guys, you know, wouldn't be privileged enough to be able to grace the likes of, you know, the Highbury, Goodison Park, or whatever, and you know, and to modern day. So let's get into some of your family ties, Si, because I think you're a dedicated Blue. You're Blue fanatic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But how does the family split?
Well, you know, I'm married to a Red.
Well, you're married to a Red, but this is the unique thing. This is what I love about, you know, Merseyside. Go on.
So, a funny story is...
Go on.
You're part of this.
Am I?
Right. So the only time me and Mandy argue is about football.
Right.
You know, especially like she can rub it in. All their family are Red. But our wedding, picture this, all Mandy's family are staunch
Reds.
Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
All Reds. So it's the biggest day of Mandy's life and mine, getting married. So, you know, everyone's crowding around. After we got married, everyone's crowding around the church and saying how beautiful she is. Coming over from one of the pews is Kathy, who's married to Mandy's brother.
Yeah.
And she's running down to her. And she's like sort of pushes everyone out the way. And then, you know, we're all expecting... You know, Mandy's expecting to say, "Oh, how stunning you're looking," and she went, "Oh my God, what's Super Kev doing here?" Kathy is
Get
the
out!
only Blue. No words like. Kathy is a staunch Evertonian. She's got a season ticket. She goes home and away, and also, which is so, you know,
love you, Kathy. Love you.
Well, oh, Kev should be made up because she's one of our superheroes. She's a nurse for the NHS.
Oh, fantastic.
So Mandy still brings that up. She said, "You know, here's me." And Kathy comes over, doesn't say how beautiful I am, but is starstruck because Super Kev's there. So
it's my fault. So you're getting in the neck for me.
I'm getting in the neck for you. But yeah, so all Mandy's side is Red. My dad's a Red. My sister, she's quite funny because she was a Blue. And
she's a Blue then. I don't want to hear nothing else.
She's a Blue?
She's a Blue.
Yes, she's a Blue.
There's no changing on your sister.
No.
Your lovely sister, by the way. A lovely woman.
Oh,
she's a Blue, man. She's a Blue.
She's a Blue.
She's
Listen
a Blue.
to that, Beck.
Yeah.
But a nephew is a Red. His godson is Sammy Hoopier, so he's being pushed into being a Red by his dad.
Yeah. Listen, you're gonna get the odd one who falls through the cracks, right? But you know, as is true, once a Blue, always a Blue. You stick to being blue. You stick to being Blue. So,
definitely.
Hey, so Si, what's been your favourite times as a Blue growing up? Was it that 86? You know, the 86, 90s. What's been your favourite era type?
Do you know my favourite era was when the Royal Revolution happened?
Right.
When we were underdogs.
Dogs of War.
Dogs of War. And we were underdogs to win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
You know, even go back
to 95, wasn't it? That was 95.
95?
Yeah, 95.
So even the semi-final against your lovely rivals, Spurs.
Go on, tell me.
When Amakachi scored the 2 goals, and he wasn't even supposed to be substituted.
He wasn't even supposed to come on, was he?
Oh, I love it. Now, do you know what? This is what us Blues are like. We will love you for the rest of your life. And Amakachi used to play with a smile on his face all the time. And he got what the Blues was. And those 2 goals, he just became a legend.
Legend, yeah, legend.
Yeah,
legend. Absolute legend. I mean, listen, great times. Did you go to the game, Si?
I did not go to that game. I watched it on TV.
Right.
But I still remember the build-up. Limpar to Jackson. Jackson crosses it over to Stewart. Stewart thunderous shot, hits the crossbar, and then Rideout scores.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's the final. Yeah, that's the final. That was
sorry.
That was the final. I'm talking about the semi. Did you go to the semi? We're going to get onto the final.
Sorry, I went to the semi, yeah. I went to the semi. Sorry,
You're jumping ahead, Si.
I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, I love the excitement, Si. So,
I got excited.
Listen, nobody gave you a chance in the semi-final, by the way.
No.
And
they were a good.
They were a good side. I mean, you look at the players there. They had some top players. Klinsmann and all these guys. They were a fantastic team. Nick Barmby was there at the time, wasn't he?
Nick Barmby, yeah.
Barmby, Sheringham, and all them boys were there. You know, but you guys done a number of them, mate.
That was, I mean, yeah. What a moment to be an Evertonian. As I say, they're moments that we can always, you know, like talking about now. I get so like
you get that feeling, don't you?
I got excited again. Yeah,
you know. Oh, I love it. So the final, you couldn't go to the final.
No.
So you watched it at home.
Yeah.
Go on. You remember the move for the goal?
Oh, the move. It was written in the stars. Stewart smashing against the post and then Rideout being there. I tell you what good neck muscles he had to get that ball. In.
Yeah. But there was still a lot of the game left, Si.
Yeah, squeaky bum time.
Well, so what was you like? Were you going crazy? Were you?
Yeah, but then, as you say, because you've got such a long time to go, you just want the game to end then. You just want it. You want it to fast forward. But yeah, do you know what? It's quite sad because being a Blue, mind you, that's one of the questions later. But I'll talk about that later. But I want to be starting talking about our future. We've won this. We've done this.
Yeah.
You know, and it will come.
It will come. I think you're in good hands now. Yeah. The club's in good hands now, Si. So, Si, what got you into photography? And do you still have photos from our Goodison shoot?
Oh, man. Right. I'll answer the first question. So I got into photography by my mum's friend bought me a camera. I was like about 5 or 6. And so it was just like a little throwaway camera. I was always interested in taking photographs of stupid things. Like I used to put my Axemen together and reenacting a battle and all stupid things like that. So that I started getting interested in photography. Then I love fashion. Like yourself.
Big time.
You know,
you're always looking sharp. You're always looking sharp, Si.
Well, I've got someone to look up to because there's only one. I mean, you're the sharpest guy I've ever met. Fact. But yeah, I've always loved fashion, and I wanted to get into a way of getting into fashion.
Yeah.
So I could never design clothes.
Yeah. That wasn't your thing.
With the camera. Yeah. That wasn't my thing. So I wanted to get into the fashion industry. So I basically thought, okay, what careers can I do to get into the fashion industry? Knew I was okay with my camera. Mm-hmm. Done a city and guilds. Yeah. I didn't just want to be a photographer. I wanted the exciting life. I wanted the glamour of going to London, going to abroad. Yeah. Working with models, the whole
shooting match.
Yeah. And that was the way I thought I could get into it, and fortunately enough, it was. I've done a lot of amazing things, been to a lot of amazing venues all across the world. Yeah, and met so many amazing people like yourself.
No, listen, and you've got your own studio, and you've got your own studio and stuff. So listen, just quickly, if anybody wanted to contact you, how do they contact you?
Instagram is the best, and it's my Instagram is @S_PP_HAY. HOTO. That's S_P photo. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is we can put a link in the
we'll put a link.
description.
We'll put a link and make sure anybody who wants to contact you can contact you. So, have you still got any photos from our shoot at Goodison?
Right. Still got the photos, but you know those videos I've had to get rid of.
Yeah.
Only joke.
Listen, if you did.
No, Kev, I'll send it over.
There's some special ones there, isn't there?
Listen, photos. I've got all the photos and I've got the videos. But
brilliant.
The best thing about the video is, and honestly, when I was videoing you, I was getting tingles all down the spine. Here's when you talked about the hat-trick against West Ham.
Against West Ham.
And righty kicking.
He kicking the water bottle, I remember, yeah. Well, man, that came on, that was on Twitter, that got put on Twitter by Everton and I think it was Toffee TV the other day. The goals from that game. Because we done them 6-0, didn't we? Yeah. So you know what we should have done, Si? We should have put that video out, shouldn't we?
Oh, man.
But don't worry, we can do it. We can get around it. We could get around it. Yeah. But it's great that you've got them because, you listen, they're fantastic. Fantastic, mate.
Well, do you know what? When you think images and videos, that's legacy stuff. That's history. It's history. And it makes you think more of, especially being in lockdown.
Yeah.
How much images and videos take you to another place.
Yeah.
Take you back.
How much it means.
How much it means.
Yeah.
Watching that West Ham Everton game, I'm sure to say, there's people who were at home who haven't got, and many family.
Yeah.
They watch that. That gives them that uplifting a boost.
Yeah.
That's it. That's so true.
Listen, and I've got to say, this lockdown, I've been watching a lot of the old stuff, old games. I even done an old game, commenting on an old Merseyside derby for Premier League TV. And it was Emil Heskey was the Liverpool player. I was the Everton player, Evertonian.
Oh, brilliant.
And, we had Mark Pugac as the compare. So we're there talking about the game. It was the one where Gary McAllister scored that free kick. You remember from... Go on, tell me.
Oh, man. I used to do photographs of Sammy Hoopier.
Yeah.
So he got me... I couldn't get a ticket for the derby. So I messaged him. And he got me a ticket.
But it was in the
Liverpool. It was in the way in.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And no word of a lie. No word of a lie. When that free kick was going to take, I was thinking, I can see it. He's going to be a goal here.
Yeah, you could see
it. And it was the weirdest.
Split second. Because he shaped as if he's going to put it that way. And whipped it, didn't he? Gary Mack, listen, he was a good player, really good player, but we were gutted because we were down twice and we came back to 2 each. They had a man sent off, Bishan, and I thought,
Igor
Bishan, and we thought, right, we got him now, and then that happened. It was tragic, mate. So,
oh man, yeah.
Si, what's it like for you being a blue nose when seeing your red nose mates dominate, seeing the Reds dominate? What's it like, mate?
Well, Kev, I know you have some good banter with Red Nose John.
Yeah.
John Simmons, he gives he gives as good as he gets.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in a WhatsApp group with there's about 12 lads. And we all go the races. We go to Cheltenham, Ascot, Aintree all together.
Yeah.
But out of the 11 lads, I'm the only blue.
Right.
So can you imagine?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what the WhatsApp is going?
It's on fire.
Off the roof.
It's on fire.
But there's one good thing about this coronavirus. Now because they reckon that they're going to open up the Premiership again. They were all paranoid that they might not win it and all like this. There was all things going around, so it was good to give them that uncertainty.
Yeah.
And when you do, Do you know when they do give me a bit of jip? Do you know what I always do? I have my picture of you scoring the winner at Anfield. I just love doing that, and that riles them.
That's
it.
it.
Riles them.
Hey, Red Nose John. He keeps saying that was in black and white, wasn't it? And all that. He don't like it at all. 20 years. 21 years ago now.
God, man, that's a long time, bro, isn't it?
That's a long time, mate. That is a long time. It's too long.
It's too long. We need that record to change. That's sad to say, but we do.
Well, do you know, Si, every time I say, I want it gone, we never win. So I'm going to say, I want to keep it. So hopefully it'll go. A bit of reverse psychology going on. Yeah. A bit of reverse psychology going on. So, Si, look, if you could shoot anyone in the world, who would it be?
Oh, man. You know what? I've shot a lot of,
stars and stuff, haven't you?
Stars and football legends, celebrities, and
all right. Give me three. Give me three.
Three. Well,
past or present.
Past, present. Okay. Big Dunk.
Yeah.
Photographed him loads. I was Sammy Hoopier's official photographer. I used to work for him all the time. I know he's a red shite, but he's a nice lad.
Listen, Sammy Hoopier's is a good lad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, on the pitch, we battle. Off the pitch, he was a good lad. Yeah, he was a good lad. Good player as well.
I do all the reality stars, do all the Love Islanders, the X Factor, all them. Boxers, Tony Bellew, all the football legends, Jeff Hurst, you name it.
Yeah, you've
done it. Top models who've appeared on Vogue. There's actually, funny enough, there's a guy who shoot a lot of Dino Perona, who's he played for AFC Wimbledon,
right?
But he had a bad injury. Only 19. He thought his life was over. Because when you're a footballer,
it destroys you. Can destroy you.
It can destroy you. But he fell into modelling. Now he's working for Dolce & Gabbana, done the campaigns for Stone Island, Versace, D Squared. So I work a lot with the fashion models as well. So I mean, I love that because and the police brand. I haven't shot Lewis Hamilton yet, and I'm dying to because he's the face of the police brand at the moment.
Well, that's the one. That's the one person who, if you could shoot, who would you shoot in the world? And that's it, Lewis Hamilton. And go on.
And I'll have to say this because, I mean, Mike Tyson. Wow. Growing up, seeing him fight for the world title against Trevor Berbick with his no glitz, no glamour, his little black shorts,
black boots,
ready coming, and his movement. I just think he'd be amazing just to be in the room with, to photograph and just to chat, man. It would be just.
Well, I'll have to send you the photo with Mike Tyson. He's a great lad.
No, have you met him?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. What a guy. Drop. Yeah, no, what a guy. But what a guy. You would really, you'd like him, Si, and he'd like you. Yeah. Mike Tyson loves the English. Because he explained, this is just a quick one for everybody listening. He said when he went into prison for that so-called for that so-called rape allegation, etc. He said he got so many letters from the English saying, we believe in your mind, we know you didn't do it. And he said he's forever grateful about that, honestly. So he was calling me Bruno. He was calling me Bruno. I said, hey, Mike, instead you're not you out, Harry. But he was great fun, honestly. He was great fun. Brilliant guy.
Oh, wow. Well, you've met the guy who I would love to photograph.
Right,
Wow.
And not Muhammad Ali.
I loved Ali. I did love Ali.
But Mike Tyson is more. You kind of grew up with Mike Tyson, didn't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did. And do you know what? I think it was, again, Muhammad. He put up with so. When you look back, when I'm thinking about it now, the amount of tribulations that Muhammad Ali went through.
Oh.
I was going to say about Tyson, but then when you think about it, God, he gave up his freedom for his beliefs.
Yeah, they stripped.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they stripped him of the best years of his career.
But he still came back. So the power and the spirit of that man.
Yeah.
Do you know what now? Can I have two?
No, well, you've done three. You've done three. You've done Lewis Hamilton, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's it.
But do you know, Si, two of the people you mentioned actually transcended their sport. They were global icons. Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson could go anywhere on the planet and really and get recognized.
Yeah.
So
for people who weren't into sport or anything,
yes,
that's
they
true.
would know who they are, which says so much about them. So, Si, look, what do you think of the current Everton? What's your thoughts?
Well, we have some quality players, but then we also have some players who I think need to be moved on. I mean, we've got Richarlison, class,
great player.
Great player, and you can tell he loves Everton.
Yeah,
he's not your typical Brazilian because he as well as he's got the
ability,
he's got the graft and the guy, and he's
hungry.
He's got the aggression. He's hungry. He's got that aggression. I love his. When you see he's got a scowl on his face,
yeah.
I love that because he wants to win.
Yeah.
We got Digne, who this season hasn't played up to his standards. We've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin,
who's come leaps and bounds, hasn't he? He's come on leaps and bounds.
He really has. I mean, you worry in case for being such a young player. He's carrying. I think we may need another striker just to
take the burden off him.
The burden off him. That's it. Because it's, as you know, Kev,
that number 9 shirt.
Yeah.
Listen, he's doing a great job at the moment. He's a up and coming young player who is since Dunk put him up front with as a pair with Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin hasn't looked back.
No,
it's not looked back, and fair play to Dunk for doing that.
That was it.
I like to see. I'll mention a name to you, Gomez in midfield.
Yeah,
I like him, Si.
I love him. He's class. He is. Funny enough, I've written that down. I've written Gomez down as well. But I can't look at my notes. I'm terrible at notes. But
no, don't forget the notes. We just talk.
Yeah.
We just talk,
We just talk,
We just talk. Si, listen, there's loads of... Listen, I think Ancelotti will get it right with Mashiri, etc. I think this summer's going to be a real key to stabilising the football club and then pushing on. Obviously, we're not sure what's going to happen with the end of this season. But if there were 3 things, Si, you could change to improve Everton, what would they be?
Well, do you know what? Are we talking about positions?
No, anything in the club, anything you could do to improve Everton, what would it be? And you could choose 3 things.
3 things. Well, I mean, the first one I would change. I would give more competition to the goalkeeper, Pickford.
Yeah.
I would love to. Do you know what? Funny enough, and is your old team's goalkeeper,
Trabzonspor.
But
he's a good goalkeeper. He's a really good goalkeeper.
I've been watching a couple of his performances, and I'd love him to be our challenge. To challenge, because that's what it looks like. Pickford seems to think there's no one challenging me. So
competition.
So that competition. Second thing, do you know what? Do you know with Everton? Our infrastructure now. We're getting it right now. We've got a great backer now with Mashiri. You know me with my pronunciations. And Carlo, we've got a fantastic manager.
Proven.
proven, a world-class manager. So let's just put, what's your thoughts on our scouting system, Kev?
Well, don't worry about my thoughts. It's you've got to answer it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one of the things that you would beef up.
Yeah.
Scouting.
More scouting. The scouting. I don't know whether it's because of what in the past seasons we've seen to have bought players who, weren't up to scratch for Everton or don't get Everton. That's the thing. It's all right. You could be a class player, but if you don't get what Everton's about, you're going to go by the wayside.
By the wayside. One more, and I could add to that.
You could add to that.
I will add to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my third point, what we're in place is the stadium. I can't wait for when we get our new stadium, because marketing wise, that's the third point. The marketability of Everton, we need that a new stadium. We need to, you look with the poor neighbours. Liverpool's a world brand. Their stadium, they've spent money on the new
infrastructure.
Stand.
They've spent the money on the infrastructure. They've spent money on the team. They've spent money on the training ground. They've done. Everton have got the training ground, but all the bits. Well, it's a process for me.
It's a work in progress. Yeah.
It's a process. You can't have one before the other, because what tends to happen is if you go for the stadium without having a team to grace it,
what's the point?
Struggle.
West Ham. Look at West Ham.
Yeah, you struggle. That's not what Everton want to be. Everton, and they've done it the right way. And this is why I'm going to add on to what you were saying about.
Love it.
You've got Mashiri and you've got Ancelotti. You've got two guys there now who can plan and plot the transition and the improvement of the squad and the team from now till the new stadium opens. You need a team that's going to be challenging. And I believe there's enough young players and enough quality and players who come. Ancelotti gets Everton. He gets it. So any player that comes through the door now is going to have to get Everton, or else it's going to make Ancelotti look bad, and he don't want that.
No, it's so true, as you say about Ancelotti. Yeah, it's funny, the stories of him walking down to Bootle Strand. I mean, he's a a footballing man. He's a world-class manager, but he gets what it is to be a fan as well, and to be a player. He was a top player in his time.
He was a top player. Was a very good player.
So I still scratch my head that we got such a world-class manager.
Everton needed it, Si.
We needed it.
Everton needed it, messing around with this one, that one. And you could always see the fan base. And this is what Everton have got a very experienced fan base. They understand football. So some of the guys who came in, they flashed a little bit elsewhere. But there was no substance behind it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true. Agree.
Now there's nobody really even questioning the manager, because the manager's seen it, done it everywhere he's gone.
Exactly. I remember when you used to go on a match and you watch like Martinez and then the substitutions. You'd be thinking, what the heck? With Ancelotti, we don't go what the heck, because we know he knows.
He knows. He's doing it right.
He's doing it right.
And if he made a mistake, he will put his hand up, won't he? He put his hand up. That Newcastle game, 2-0 up. He made a change and it ended up 2-2. Crazy game. And listen, he held his hand up. I've never been involved in a game like that, but it won't happen again, and it didn't. Do you know what I mean?
It won't happen again.
Yeah.
That's it. If there is a mistake, he'll make sure that it won't happen again. Whereas other managers will carry on and
keep making the same. So listen, I can't thank you enough. But there's one thing I wanna discuss with you, right?
Yep.
this is about you now. This is about you and your work, etc. And working with famous people. Is there anybody who you photographed?
Yeah.
Who you thought was good and turned out to be very difficult, or the other way, someone you thought might be difficult, or were they better than you actually thought? You know, that type of thing.
Good question. That's a really good question now. Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
Do you know, I mean, I before I was photographing him, we both were walking into the Hilton at the time, and there was an autograph hunter.
Yeah.
And there's loads probably, but this just sticks out. So the autograph hunter asked for an autograph, and he sort of snapped. Was angry at him, like. So I thought, oh my God, he's going to be a bit. It's going to be a
nightmare.
A nightmare. So we set up a little backdrop upstairs in the Hilton, and then we came up, talked to him, and then he said, "Hi, please meet you." Real nice guy. And I said, "Hope you don't mind me asking, but I seen you." I mean, I'm not really one to but I thought I had to ask him.
Yeah.
I said, "I seen him with that autograph hunter," and he said, "That gobshite." I don't think he said gobshite.
No,
he said something.
No, that's all right. We like that.
You like that? Apologies. He said he takes gets autographs, to sign them, and then sells them on. So I met him at, like, I thought he was going to be really, like, another guy, until I met him, because you see him in the ring and all like that, and you see him like his spouse, was Tony Bellew.
He's top guy, isn't he?
Top guy. But when you can see him sometimes on, you know, like,
he comes across angry, doesn't he, Tony?
Angry.
He comes across really angry, and, you know, he wants to engage and everything like that.
One of the funniest guys, and as open as anything, you know, chatting away. You know, I asked him about when he fought David A. I said, you know, when you walked the first one, when you're waiting for Hay to come in, and then that music, he's no stopping you now, and he's doing his dance. He said, "Lad, I just love the music." He said,
"Yeah."
I just thought he doesn't. Yeah, it was a. I don't know. Just, do you know what? There's loads. There hasn't been really. I've never really met a really awkward person. They've always seemed to be nice.
Good.
I've had apprehensive. I've been apprehensive about people.
Yeah.
But no, not really. No. I met. Did I tell you? Prince Charles. I shot him once.
Did you?
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
It was just
very professional, right?
Very professional. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, look, Kev, you know me. Even if someone's obnoxious, I will try and...
You win them over, mate.
Be myself. I'll win them over. I try to.
And I think that's why, Si, many people wouldn't, even if they were that way normally, they would warm to you because you're a nice guy. Do you know what I mean? So you win them over, mate. You won them over.
Say that to my wife. I'm a nice guy.
Oh, she's a red. Forget that.
She's a red. Yeah.
Si, listen, I can't thank you enough for coming on, mate, and sharing your stories and your experiences, mate. Listen, we'll have to do it again very soon. You look after yourself, Si, and I really appreciate it, mate.
Kev, honestly, it's been a pleasure. And do you know what? Talking again about, you know, memories and things, I've really enjoyed it. It's brightened up my day today.
Nice one, mate. I'm pleased about that. Take care, Si.
Cheers, Kev.
Cheers.